update on the budget proposal for UW system. Also, 2 alums of UWSP are opening a winery in downtown Stevens Point.
All this and more coming up on SPTV News.
From the University of Wisconsin-Stevens Point, this is your SPTV News with Melita Mitrovic and Marty Kaufman.
UW system budget cuts are still a huge discussion in the community and here at UWSP. SPTV's Michaela Hilgard brings us the latest on this developing story.
In addition to concern over the proposed $300 million cut to the UW system over the biennium, the proposed UW authority is raising questions as to whether or not shared governance will be maintained.
So I really would hope that students understand this isn't just a budgetary cut for the whole UW system. This is actually a little bit of as students in this budget, we're actually losing a little bit of our voice. We're losing the right to be there. So that's a big issue, and it's kind of getting glossed over, and I get why, because people want to keep programs too. So.
Students expressed their thoughts to us about how the budget cut could affect them, generations to come, as well as actions they are taking.
I've written a letter to Julie Lassa, just explaining my opinion on how the high schools, they want us to build our education, and then when we try to build upon it to get a career, that it just goes out the window.
Students acknowledge reasoning behind the proposal, but are still worried about outcomes it will have.
I'm kind of concerned because all of my professors, I don't know who is going to go or who is going to stay, but I'm sure some people are going to lose their jobs, so I think.
We sat down with Chancellor Bernie Patterson to discuss the proposed cuts, as well as how it would affect UWSP and students' reactions.
Their level of concern is extremely high. We have not experienced anything of this magnitude since I've been chancellor, and it is the largest cut in the history of the university. And so quite naturally, people will be very worried about how we're going to manage this. When you think about all the things we do every day at this university, and you take almost $6.5 million out of the budget, what are the things that $6.4 million was funding? Did we stop doing them?
Administrators are currently discussing possibilities in preparation for the proposed cuts, including elimination of the Student Academic Advising Center, career services, and limits on first-year seminars. We will not know the full amount of the cuts until the budget is finalized in June. Stay tuned for more updates on the state budget proposal and its potential effects on UWSP. This has been Michaela Hilgart reporting for UWSP News Team.
We will have more news about an opposition event organized by students occurring next Thursday for the April 6th edition of SPTV News.
Central Wisconsin wine lovers have something to look forward to this coming summer. Dana Schleiss has a story.
Downtown Stevens Point, known for its eclectic mix of shops, attractions, and dining, can now add a locally sourced winery to the lineup. UWSP alumni Don and Kelly Guay have been crafting wine out of their home for years. The couple is renovating the old Stevens Point Bakery on the square, where they plan to share their passion for winemaking with the Stevens Point community and its visitors.
The city as a whole has been extremely supportive of our endeavor.
I think this fits in perfectly. I think we're a great fit to downtown. So I think we're just adding to all the wonderful work that's been done here to date.
The average winery in the state of Wisconsin brings in about 6,000 people to the area per year. The Guay's endeavor, Sunset Winery, aims to attract those numbers to Stevens Point by offering wines of a great variety.
We will be making a wide arrangement of wines that range from sweet to dry, and we're going to locally source things for our fruit wines.
All of the Guay's wine will come from right here in the heart of Stevens Point, with the production happening on the first floor of this building and the tasting on the second.
This room was destined to be a tasting room. It's a beautiful room. It overlooks the river and the park.
And that's where we have the movie in the night, and we've got jazz nights and different things that go on there as things. I'm thinking that's kind of a neat way to be a part of the community. We'd like to be able to make little takeaway picnic baskets where there's 2 glasses and a bottle of wine and potentially a blanket, and people can just take it over with them.
Don and Kelly hope to maximize their output to 60,000 bottles a year by 2020.
For me, success will be when we open the doors and people come and then they continue to come back.
People are going to come here, like our winery, and then like the downtown and come back.
Sunset Winery is on track to start producing their wine in April with hopes to open their doors this June.
Several students went to some interesting interesting places for their spring breaks. SPTV's Emily Schauer spoke to students about their spring break travels.
The snow has melted and spring has returned. Students were able to get a break from school over spring break, and many had interesting reasons for why they ventured to their chosen destinations. Kenny Jones went to Los Angeles, California to visit a friend he attended high school with in Oregon.
Yeah, I went to go visit him, and my other friend came with us, and we just went around the city and saw all the different spots, and it was really fun. It was really a blast.
What was your favorite spot?
Well, we went to Venice Beach for one night. We stayed in a hotel there, and that was really cool. Got to see, I don't know, we got to see the whole city.
Kelsey Griffiths took a day trip with a friend to UW Richland, the college she used to attend, to reconnect with old acquaintances.
Once I graduated from Richland, I vowed that no matter where I went, I would make a trip. I would come back and see everybody because there's so many people that I missed, and I know I would miss while I was gone.
Marissa Menke went to a PRSSA conference in Chicago and enjoyed the event and the city itself. Who are your favorite keynote speakers?
The biggest keynote speaker was Maureen Bush. She's the 2018 CEO of Super Bowl, which is taking place in Minnesota. And she was also the CEO of Mall of America for like 20 years, so that was pretty cool.
Okay, and what was your favorite fun activity doing in Chicago?
We walked around. My phone told me we walked like 8.44 miles, so we pretty much saw everything from the Bean to the lake shore.
This has been Emily Showers with SPTV News.
Not only was it a chance for them to relax, but also make some new connections.
In local news this week, the city of Stevens Point will have a warming center for homeless people to lodge at during the night in the winter months for the next winter season. This is the result of planning from the Evergreen Community Initiative, the Salvation Army, and the Stevens Point Police Department. The warming center will be open from November to April from 9 p.m. to 7 a.m.
Bill Walasig, a local resident, is opening up his own fossil museum called Wisconsin Rocks. In 2012, Walasig dug up a fossil on his 5-acre property in Rossholt and wanted to share his discovery with the public. He has excavated more fossils since then. The museum is located on 4710 on Highway 49.
Stevens Point Police Chief Kevin Rudder announced on March 16th that he is retiring from the police force after 27 years of service. He's retiring due to health reasons.
In national news this week, accused murderer Robert Durst connected to a decades-old cold case in Vermont. Or is he? As his attorney says, he's just an easy target. The 71-year-old is also facing felony charges in Louisiana, complicating his extradition to Los Angeles, where he faces first-degree murder charges. Gene Cesares has reports.
Shackled in court, real estate heir Robert Durst denied bail in New Orleans. A flight risk, according to the prosecution, presenting what police found in the millionaire's hotel the night he was nabbed: a loaded .38 revolver, a neck-to-head latex mask with salt and pepper hair attached, more than $40,000 in cash, and a UPS tracking number with a package intercepted by the FBI containing clothing and another $117,000. Despite all the drama and intrigue, Durst has one big defender, his attorney, Dick DeGuerin.
I know him, I like him. That gives me maybe a little extra touch of passion about coming to his defense when all the world thinks that he's a killer.
The hit HBO docuseries The Jinx possibly provided incriminating clues in the disappearance of his wife in 1982, the murder of Susan Berman in 2000, and a neighbor in 2001.
What the hell did I do? Kill them all. Of course.
Most notably captured off camera Durst mumbling to himself in the bathroom during the shocking finale. But DeGuerin does not think it is sufficient evidence.
When did you find out about the statement in the bathroom?
When I saw it on television, like most everybody else in the country. And if that's the strength of their case, man, I can be ready tomorrow.
This as several more cold cases in connection with Durst have been revealed. Authorities in Vermont are investigating a connection between Durst and the 1971 disappearance of Middlebury College student Lynn Schultz.
Bob is being blamed for everything right now. He's an easy target.
The Jinx, a documentary about the investigation, is now available to view on HBO.
There is breaking news from yesterday
The French president saying no survivors are expected. The Germanwings Airbus A320 plane was traveling from Barcelona, Spain to Dusseldorf, Germany this morning. Authorities say trouble started about halfway through its flight. That's when online flight trackers showed there was a point of rapid descent. The air carrier says the plane fell like a rocket, crashing down in the French Alps in the southeast region of France. It's not clear yet what caused the plane to crash.
With no distress call, of course, we don't know what the pilots knew what was going on. We don't know what the plane was doing, and we don't know the emergency.
This is the first look at the area over the crash site in the French Alps. Rough terrain that will be difficult for search and rescue teams. The French president says it may take some hours for emergency crews to reach the site. The French president this morning tweeting, quote, "I want to express my solidarity to the families of victims of the air crash. We are in mourning for this tragedy." A local college in the area has prepared their sports hall to take in potential bodies, and the Germanwings logo, normally red, now changed to black. In Washington, I'm Sunlin Serfati.
We'll keep you updated on this developing story.
A Texas man is being called a hero after he saved the life of a 9-year-old boy who fell down a deep well. Gilma Avalos was there when the two reunited.
Yes, I'm Teresa. Good to meet you. I gotta give you a hug.
For the first time, a grateful mother meets the man who slid into this well.
You're welcome.
A well, he says, is over 30 feet deep to save her son. Jackson Toon only spent a remarkable 2 nights at Cook Children's Hospital.
Can you tell me how you're feeling today?
But the 9-year-old has a skull fracture. He had to have surgery to relieve pressure to his brain and has the scar to prove it.
I feel great since I get to go home. I'll get to sleep on bed again.
Chris Hicks, the stranger who jumped in after him. Hicks was in the process of moving into Jackson's Mineral Wells community on Saturday when he heard panic screams. He grabbed this ratchet strap and instinct kicked in.
Pulled it through where he did that, and I threw it over the edge. He clung on to me, bear hugging me. He just kept asking me where he was, what was going on.
The two waited together until help arrived. A Mineral Wells police officer joined them in the well. One by one, all 3 made it out safely.
I don't consider myself a hero or anything like that.
And you do it again?
I'd do it again in a heartbeat.
I gotta give you another hug, man. I do. Thank you.
It's nice to see that two people who barely knew each other before a tragic event get to meet again to talk about the experience.
Well, that's all we have for news this week. Jocelyn Conklin is with sports when we return.
The Love Doctor is in. Catch all the college romance, dating culture, and love advice from the Love Doctor herself. Michaela Hilgart is the Love Doctor, only right here on SPTV.
Laid a lot of memories down like tattoos on this town. You belong with me in my sweetheart. There'll be no sunshine if I lose you, baby. There'll be no clear skies if our love's inside anyone. Are you my clarity? It goes new.
All of the music's here on PMTV Late Night. Catch PMTV running all night long only on SPTV.
Let's have a party. Let's have a party.
Don't let the snow and cold get you down this winter. The frozen tundra outside may keep you indoors, but here at SPTV, we'll still be getting you the best news, sports coverage, and entertainment that you need. Don't freeze your fingers and toes off to find out what's happening around campus. Stay warm, everyone.
How can you get involved with student media at UWSP? Connecting with your campus television station, SPTV, is easy. Like us on Facebook, subscribe to our YouTube channel, follow us on Vine, follow us on Twitter, follow us on Pinterest, follow us on Instagram, or connect with us on Google+. But of course, the best way for you to get involved and stay up to date with all that is happening at our station is to stop by our studio. We're located in the Communication Arts Center at UWSP, Studio B, Room 121. You can also drop by our office, Room 130, for more information on station happenings. We can't wait to get you involved. Come join us at SPTV. Let's make media together.
Want to get your game on? Stay up to date on all things video games with SPTV's newest show, Good Game. Join us as we keep you informed on the biggest events in video game news, discuss our opinions on important video game topics, and give you reviews of the games you may or may not want to play. From Mario Brothers to Halo, we've got you covered. Good game, everybody.
And now Justin Pomplin in his third year with your SPTV Sports.
In sports this week, it was a weekend to remember in Stevens Point as championships were won. Pointers men's basketball team won its fourth national championship since 2004, defeating Augustana 70-54. Austin Riff led the Pointers in scoring with 17 points and was also named the Final Four's most outstanding player. Stephen Pelkoffer and Joe Richey also joined Riff on the all-tournament team. Richey, Pelkoffer, and Alex Richard also scored in double figures with 15, 14, and 12 points respectively. For the game, the Pointers shot a remarkable 12 of 18 from behind the arc and 55% for the game while forcing 15 Augustana turnovers. For the second straight season, the Pointers men's hockey team will play in the Frozen Four as the team defeated Hamlin 4-2 this past Saturday. Two third-period goals from Lawrence Cornelier helped the Pointers seal the win. Joe Kales and Kevin Gibson each added a goal, while Brandon Jaeger made 25 saves for his 61st win in program history, which ties the school record. Pointers will play Amherst Friday at 7:30 p.m. at Ritter Arena in Minneapolis. There will be a fan bus traveling to Minneapolis that will load at 2:30 p.m. and depart at 3 p.m. and will return following the game. Cost of the fan bus is $25 round trip. If the Pointers win on Friday night, a fan bus will load at 1:30 Saturday and depart at 2. Tickets for the game are $25 for adults and $20 for students and include both games Friday night and the championship on Saturday. UWSP was not the only team to win a basketball championship, as the Splash Panthers ended their season as champions, defeating three-time defending champion Germantown 67-51 in the WIA Division I state championship game. Trevor Anderson and Sam Hauser each had 25 points, and Hauser also had 10 rebounds. It was an incredible year for the Panthers, going undefeated in the state of Wisconsin, with the only loss occurring in Minnesota. That is all we have for sports this week. Eric Larson has entertainment when we return.
Having trouble getting that first date? Ever wonder if soulmates are real? All your burning love questions can now be answered on SPTV's newest show, The Love Doctor. Join the Love Doctor herself, Michaela Hilgard, as she diagnoses UW Stevens Point's love problems. Whether it's an epidemic of shyness or a case of mixed signals, The Love Doctor is here with the cure.
This public service announcement is brought to you by SPTV. Hi, my name is Julia Flaherty. I've been living with juvenile diabetes for more than half of my life. I realized fairly early on in my diagnosis that this was an opportunity for me to take responsibility to draw awareness about a disease that, according to JDRF.org, affects almost 3 million Americans today. November is National Diabetes Awareness Month. That's why I'm asking you to tweet me at Miss Trenchie on Twitter to tell me how you are going to help the world be diabetes-free. This disease is not curable. It is treatable, but for some people, that doesn't make it any less tolerable. Whether you have juvenile diabetes, know someone that does, or are just inspired to learn more about it, the month of November gives you a great opportunity to start. Don't push disease to invisibility. Set it free. This public service announcement is not affiliated with JDRF.org. This has been an SPTV production. Together, we strive to make media with UWSP students. Don't have a television? Don't worry. SPTV is available on demand at uwsp.edu/SPTV. Find your favorite shows on our website, plus links to all of our YouTube content. Stay up to date with SPTV news that includes information about campus and community happenings. And don't forget to like us on Facebook. We're SPTV-UWSP Television. SPTV, Let's make media together.
And now, Erica Larson in her third year with your SPTV Entertainment.
It's the new thing for college students. Millions are using anonymous posting app Yik Yak. The Atlanta-based startup has become the go-to for sharing everything from campus gossip to dark personal thoughts. But anonymity has also led to bullying and harassment. Lori Siegel sits down with the 24-year-old founders of the $400 million company.
These are yaks.
If you have like a funny thought or you have a relevant piece of news you want to share with your local community, that's what you can get.
24-year-old Tyler Droll and Brooks Buffington are the founders of Yik Yak. It's an app that's now reportedly valued at $400 million. The app, whose name was inspired by the classic 50s song,
Don't talk fast.
lets you send anonymous messages and read chatter within a 1.5-mile radius. Users vote up comments they like and vote down ones they don't. Brooks and Tyler first worked on the app when they were in college.
We saw a problem on our campus where there was a select few Twitter accounts, which kind of held the campus voice. We said, everyone should be able to have this power, and so we kind of democratized it, gave it to everyone, and allowed the whole campus to connect.
Fast forward a year later, the app is exploding on college campuses across the country.
Basically, every campus in America.
At Vanderbilt University, someone, posted something about his brother. He's getting a full-body blood transfusion and posted on Yik Yak. 700 people showed up in the first hour to see if they were a match for this guy's brother.
That's the upside of what can be accomplished with an anonymous discussion forum like Yik Yak. The downside? Anonymity can lead to bullying or harassment. No username, no accountability. How do you guys try to help with the cyberbullying problem?
We have filters running for names, for personal information, just generally offensive things.
Early on, made a set of rules about no targeting people, no bullying, and we took the kind of daring step to enforce them strongly. We wanted good growth, not growth at all costs.
Yik Yak still had growing pains. One professor complained after discovering demeaning yaks during her lectures. Other students have cited online harassment. Just this month, a university official sent a letter to the company seeking identities of people inciting danger. For the people that kind of are bullied on it or have been bullied, what is your responsibility, your kind of legal responsibility?
Yeah, there's federal laws in place that prevent, sharing of private, user information. So that we're kind of limited in what we can do there. But in cases of imminent threat or harm or something like that, we work with law enforcement to, do what we can.
The founders say they're focused on expanding beyond the college audience and to people who are looking for a Facebook alternative.
I think Facebook and some other apps where you have to keep up with this profile, it's very heavy, and Yik Yak's very lightweight. You can just talk. It's like real life.
Lori Siegel, CNN Money, Austin, Texas.
Cruise is a frequent flyer, all right. It took 8 takes, 8 takeoffs to capture him clinging to a plane. Open the door! That's no stunt man, that's Tom Cruise. Oh my God! Dangling from an Airbus A400M. Cruise told Yahoo Movies, "It's the most dangerous thing I've ever done. My body was slamming on the side. I was like, whoa, this is intense." The trailer for Mission Impossible Rogue Nation gives us Tom's point of view. Previously, all we had were photos taken from the ground during filming late last year. Cruise told Yahoo, "As a kid, I remember flying on an airplane and thinking, what would it be like out on the wing or on the side of the airplane? Now he knows. Pretty damn exciting and exhilarating." The director told Yahoo taxiing was worse than flying because of the exhaust fumes. Cruise is known for doing his own stunts.
Here.
Whoa! What next?
Let him have it.
From the hood of a car to behind the wheel. From a knife fight to a rock climb. But there is one Tom Cruise stunt that leaves all the rest of them looking stunted. There he is, scaling the tallest building on the planet in Dubai for Mission Impossible Ghost Protocol, kicking his way in, leaping back out. Of course he was wearing a safety harness, but trying to top that explains this. Cruise had to wear a lens covering his entire eyeball so he could keep his eyes open while flying.
Have you ever felt this way?
It's hard to make fun of him for jumping up and down on Oprah's couch once you've seen him jumping up and down on the tallest building. At 52, Tom's reached his cruising altitude. Ginny Mo, CNN, New York.
It'll be interesting to see what Tom will do in this next film. Angelina Jolie takes another step to reduce her risks of getting cancer. In an op-ed for the New York Times, the actress reveals that she recently had her ovaries and fallopian tubes removed. She had made the decision for the surgery after a blood test detected a possible sign of cancer. 2 years ago, the actress underwent a preventative double mastectomy. After learning she had a rare gene mutation that predisposed her to breast and ovarian cancer. Jolie lost her mother, grandmother, and aunt to cancer. But she is quick to point out that surgery is not the only option for women in similar situations. She writes, "The most important thing is to learn about the options and choose what is right for you personally." That wraps up entertainment for this week. Marty and Mimi when we return.
Be a part of something super Greek at UWSP. There are 9 chapters and colonies on campus. Phi Sigma Phi, Gamma Phi Delta, Theta Xi, Sigma Delta Rho, Sigma Tau Gamma, Delta Phi Epsilon, Tau Kappa Epsilon, Phi Mu Alpha Sinfonia, and Phi Omega. Greek life at UWSP is a great way to build your personal support system and resume. With Greek life at UWSP, you won't just be a member, but a happy friend to the chapters and colonies for life. See what opportunities Greek life could offer you.
Great opportunity to promote leadership, a great way to get connections, and also to build bonds between different groups.
You get the opportunity to grow yourself as a leader and as a person, both through your organization and connections through Inter-Greek Council and other avenues like that.
Greek life isn't what you see in the movies. I recommend checking out one of the recruitment events for the organizations and just seeing maybe you belong there.
Don't have a television? Don't worry. SPTV is available on demand at uwsp.edu/SPTV. Find your favorite shows on our website, plus links to all of our YouTube content. Stay up to date with SPTV news that includes information about campus and community happenings. And don't forget to like us on Facebook, we're SPTV-UWSP Television. SPTV. Let's make media together.
Got an itch to be on air? Join the SPTV news crew. Being an on and off-air reporter will help you gain experience in interviewing, shooting and editing video, and reporting behind the anchor desk. Join SPTV News, pointing to you.
Watching SPTV on Channel 983, your Stevens Point home for news, music, sports, and more.
Watched that HBO documentary, The Jinx. I thought it was very entertaining and very good to watch. I recommend that to anybody.
Alright, I guess I'll watch that tonight then. Well, that concludes SPTV News this week. For more updates on SPTV happenings, stay connected with our social media pages. Good night, Stevens Point.
Serving a campus of 9,600 strong, we are the home of UWSP Television. We are SPTV. You can find us on Charter Channel 983, online, or on any of our social media sites.